I noticed some people talking about Archie Battersby, and I got a message off of one of you before I came out here, and I had a look at the actual news. We'll see what's actually going on. We know the situation with Archie Battersby. It's absolutely awful what's going on. He's been on a life support machine for ages, and the doctors are saying, he's medically dead. We need to switch his machine off. And his parents are saying no. And they've taken it to every court in the land, everywhere that will listen. It must be absolutely heartbreaking. I could say I'd want to put my I could say I'd want to put myself in that position and try and appreciate what they're feeling, but I don't think I could. I suppose I'd be doing the same thing, going out of my mind, trying every option to keep my child alive. What happened? They went to the Supreme Court to try and get them to intervene, and it didn't happen. They weren't going to intervene. Now, what's happened? The UN have stuck their oar into the situation, and they've come up with something as well. Alan Reader, wrong one, it moved. Alan Reader, that's a very valid point, because they argue that he's showing signs of response, and I know that the human body is a very powerful thing, isn't it? I mean, there's stories of people that have been in comas for years and all of that sort of thing. And is that the hope that they're holding on to, I wonder? But yes, the UN issues an injunction. This is breaking news that's come out within the last, hour, I suppose, to stop UK turning off brain damaged boys' life support. I mean, that's him there. I assume that's a photo, bless his heart, before anything bad happened. Just a young kid with his whole life ahead of him. It's tragic. The United Nations has issued an injunction stating that Archie Battersby's life support is to be kept on while it considers his case. The injunction from the UN Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities stated that 12-year-old's life support should not be removed after his parents failed to persuade the Supreme Court to intervene. Archie's mother and father, Holly and Paul, submitted an application to the UN earlier on Friday to delay the withdrawal of life support from their son while their complaint was investigated. The family argued that stopping treatment would be in breach of the UK's obligations under Article 10 and 12 of the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities and Article 6 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Children. Responding to the news, Archie's mother said, "I'm so grateful to the UN for their response and acting so quickly. We've been under so much stress and anxiety. We're already broken." I bet they are. And the not knowing what's going to happen next was excruciating. To get this news now means everything. This is the first time this has ever happened in history of this inhumane system in the UK. There have been so many ups and downs, but we've put on the full armour of God, gone into battle, and now we have given Archie time. That is all we have ever asked for. The youngster has relied on mechanical ventilation since being admitted to hospital on the 7th of April, when he was found unconscious with a ligature over his head. Doctors treating Archie at the Royal London Hospital in Whitechapel, East London, believe he is brainstem dead and say continued life support treatment is not in his best interests. Andrea Williams, chief executive of the Christian Legal Centre, who have been supporting the family's case, we're delighted with response from the UN. It is high time that the UK's process around proactively ending children's lives came under international scrutiny. We now hope and pray that the UN committee may do justice to Archie and his family, as well as to other disabled people in the UK hospitals in the future. And the UN basically responded saying, under Article 4 of the optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and pursuant to Rule 64, of the committee's rule of procedure. The committee, acting through its special rapporteur or communications, has requested the state party to refrain from withdrawing life-preserving medical treatment, including mechanical ventilation and artificial nutrition and hydration from the alleged victim while the case is under consideration. The request does not imply that any decision has been reached on the substance of the matter, and I'm sure we'll get more of an update in due course.